Christian. You picking on me. Christians not picked on. We're warriors. We're soldiers. How did you get picked on? Hello, you all. Thank you for coming back and clicking on this channel. My name is Vanessa for first-time visitors, and for those who are returning, thank you for coming back. You all, I want to do a reaction video. Reacting to a artist by the name of MacDonald. And the title of the song is People So Stupid. Let's get into it. I'm going to stop quite a few times to comment. To my understanding, that's the way you do a reaction video. You stop every 10 seconds or so.
Hi! I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too.
The Me Too movement. I am not discounting that. I don't want to make little or slight that either. But I do want to say something about the Me Too movement from a Christian perspective, that we women have to do better with our behavior. Now, I understand Me Too can happen with men. In certain environments, men can be taken advantage of in work environment is if their boss or someone is aggressive and they're misusing their authority. But the Me Too movement surrounded women. And from what I have experienced, and you all see it too, women can dress awfully provocative. Now, that is no excuse for men overstepping themselves and touching someone and behaving inappropriately. But we're grown-ups. We need to take responsibility in environments that we put ourselves in and how we present ourselves.
What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park.
Easily offended about everything. It has developed a culture. That's a culture all in itself. So many people are easily triggered by everything.
Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird.
Maybe in sports arenas, especially I've heard it in the boxing arena, landing a punch, landing a blow. He's landing blows here. And a lot of things that are sensitive in culture. He's walking a fine line. Now again, this video is about 2 years old. What type of pushback he received from that, I don't know. I don't follow this young man's career and the works that he do.
And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right.
Oh no, he don't need to worry about painting his shade any kind of color. If you can try to pull off painting yourself translucent, if you can pull that off, that won't work. Because then people will find out a way to fight against that. Where's your invisible self? Where are you? Manifest yourself so I can fight with you. People don't have issue with people's color. That's never existed since the human race has been in existence. People have issue with God. If the creator of the universe have created the earth and all that's in it, people are specimens that's in it, right? And then humans turn around and say, I don't like that one. I don't like that color, that shade. I don't like it. Look at your features. I don't like it. Well, God permitted that. You didn't permit it. You didn't make your genetics. Nobody did. So you're fighting with God, not with people. This is a spiritual battle, even though we're looking at each other.
Abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird.
Okay. Now he puts himself on a cross there. I wouldn't necessarily say he's mocking Jesus of being on a cross, but saying that society is going to come against him because he's saying such controversial things. And people do come against people for saying controversial things. Don't say that. It's okay to see it. It's okay to be a thinking person, but don't say it.
Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them, y'all so dumb.
And people are crying about anything and everything. We're so offended. This is what I want to bring out too. When we say we're offended, some people now, not all people. Let's say nice, kind, and sweet and considerate things, and I agree with that. Be kind to one another. But you can turn around and do treacherous things. You can undermine people. You can tear them down. You can lay plans and plots and traps of people. We're in the counsel culture. Just counsel a person's livelihood. Pull it from them. Demote them. So you can do treacherous things, evil things to harm and hurt people, but don't say it. Just say it sweetly, but do it evilly. Something wrong with that.
Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues, it's so dumb. I'm a hater cause I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys.
That's his truth. That's his truth. We can do anything we want to do with our life. I'm not condemning nobody. I don't have the authority to do that. Nobody does. And as Christians, remember, Christian perspective is offered here. As Christians, we can't have virgin ears and virgin eyes, because how do you witness?
K-tight. I, for one, am not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just because they decide to play.
Yeah, that's true, too. Just be on the team.
This is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear. Children want a gender switch and hating men is feminist.
Talking about gender switching, he mentioned, because we as adults, we get to make our decisions. But I want to express my POV, point of view, according to the Christian doctrine, to back this up. And I want to go to Matthew 18 with this, you all, because children are easily influenced. Verse 1, chapter 18. At the same time came the disciples to Jesus, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? He called a child to himself. And he said, verily I say unto you, except you be converted. Talking to the adults, be converted. Become as little children. You shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is a philosophy. While we yet live right here in the earth, until we transition out of this bodysuit, the first kingdom is right on the inside of us, and we can't get in there until we convert as a little child. Humble is the way to come into the kingdom. We can't bring our adult philosophy and our adult analogies and conceptualizing and analyzing and all of our reasoning. You can't come to God like that. You got too much of your adult thinking capacity at work in the brain. When God does not entertain the brain, he entertains the mind. When the mind is a separate component from the brain, it's the soul. Now, from verse 3 all the way to verse 10 of chapter 18 of Matthew, it's still talking about children. Children, that all those verses talking about children. So when we get down to verse 7, woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to the man by whom the offense comes. Still talking about adults dealing with children. Wherefore, if thy hand and thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life, halt or maim, right here on earth, right here where we live. Say it's better. And even the next verse where it talks about the eye. It's better to enter life, go throughout your life, halted or maimed, than have both of your working, viable limbs and both seeing eyes, and you're offending a child. Now, this is not necessarily cut off your limbs. Don't amputate. Don't bother your temple. This is talking about how it's better that you surrender yourself, crucify your own ways, and stop trying to push your own agenda. God is offended by that.
What a contradiction. Being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations.
Woo! Focusing on the minorities and ignoring the masses. That's a huge statement there. And you see it says breaking man hurts feelings. And he seriously does not care. He probably don't. But we're talking about focusing on the minorities and ignoring the masses. Minorities matter, and the majority matters too. We have campaigns about Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. Recently I saw White Lives Matter, and they do. No need of being offended by none of it. Do we need some more t-shirts to say Asian Lives Matter? Hispanic Lives Matters? Islanders Lives Matters? Alaskans Lives Matter?
We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining.
And we want to be considerate to one another. We don't want to intentionally harm nobody. Care for your fellow man. Be respectful, because that's what God calls love.
It's a problem when there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered, so you just cry like a baby.
afraid of our generation. Youth. Many people are afraid of the children. You see it in the school systems. The teachers and the administration are afraid of the children, the staff. The children come home and the parents are the grandparents are afraid of them. How did we get here? Afraid of the youth. We should not harm the youth. They're for our rearing. They're our responsibility. These are our next generation of adults. We need them. We can't throw them away. But they need to come back to fearing God. The Christian family. We have impact, Christians. We have impact in our society and in our home. He did a good job there of bringing out sensitive matters and things that's very much viable right now and today. That was 2 years ago. We're still dealing with this. And for how much longer, we don't know. But we do know in the Christian faith, as the followers of Jesus, we have something to say. What you all think? These topics, not him. I don't know what the young man believes. But I do know that other artists, they seem to be mocking the Christian community because he mentioned in his video. We even triggered it. We say, we're Christian. You picking on me. Christians not picked on. We're warriors. We're soldiers. How did you get picked on? Jesus was picked on. What's wrong? What's wrong? You can't take a little picking? That's part of the assignment. Beyonce did the same type thing. In my perspective, it was my takeaway when she made her song Church Girl. She was mocking the church, mocking the girls, mocking the women. Because many people who are proclaiming Jesus is saying, Jesus know my heart. As I keep wilding out, everybody got something. We've fallen short of the glory of God. While I keep wilding out, yes, God calls us the way we are. And it don't matter what kind of way we are. But he don't expect us to stay the way we are. We're supposed to challenge each other to come away. So it was mocking to me. Why get upset with these artists? For what? They making art. Whatever their belief is what it is. What is ours? Thank you all for coming and sitting with me through this reaction video. Take care, you all. Bye-bye.